Hi, everyone, and welcome to my thoughts, my feelings, my memories of 1986 Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which I saw tonight in celebration of the 30th anniversary, thanks to Turner Classic Movies. This is actually the third time that I've seen it in the theater. I saw it for the second time in 2007, but most importantly, I saw this film in 1986, when I was 8 years old. I believe my mom, my mom's sister, my aunt, my cousin, and my brother Jeff was there. I know for sure that my mom and my aunt and my brother were there, but I'm really hoping my cousin was there as well, because not only were we going to see Ferris Bueller's Day Off that day, but it was a double feature. And right after that movie, we saw the film Labyrinth. And I hope one day that I'll see that movie again in the theater and share some memories about that film. But this video, of course, is going to be only on Ferris Bueller's Day Off, John Hughes' career, and my love of the 1980s. You know, I was born in the late 1970s, but I'm a child of the 1980s. And in our town, for a long time, there was just one theater. The building still exists today, but it doesn't really, I don't know what it's doing. But there was one theater for many years, and it showed two new movies a week. So whatever was with, there was always a double feature. Now, if the movie was PG and R-rated, we would only allowed to see the PG film. But I have a feeling that this was the first PG-13 rated movie that I had ever seen in the theater. Probably not in my life, but probably in the theater. Because I'm guessing we were probably there to go see the other film, but Ferris Bueller's Day Off was playing first before that film. And I'm just glad. It's one of my favorite memories of my entire life that I saw those two movies together. And now that I've seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off again, I've got the Blu-ray of Labyrinth and the DVD. I got the DVD and Blu-ray of both these films, and I'm really tempted to watch that other film right now. But anyways, let's talk about 1986 Ferris Bueller's Day Off. This movie is very important to me. Not only is it one of my favorite movies of the 1980s, but it's from one of my favorite filmmakers of all time. I miss John Hughes every day. I really do. He stopped making movies or stopped participating in the movie making process years before he passed away. But his films have influenced my life. They have been a part of everything that I think about sometimes, because he was a master. He was a master storyteller, and he understood teenage life like no other filmmaker has ever had before or after. I don't know if there's any filmmaker that I compare to today that really understands what it feels like to be a teenager, especially on film. He was so good at bringing the comedy and the drama together. Now, there are some amazing movies about high school. I just reminded myself one right now from last year, Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, that kind of felt like a John Hughes movie. But I don't know if there's any other movie. There might be. Nothing else comes to mind that reminds me of the great work of John Hughes. Now, not only did he dabble in teenage life, and most of his career was about the teenage experience, but of course he also understood comedy in general and made, again, another one of the greatest comedies of all time the following year in 1987 with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. But with Ferris Bueller's Day Off, I think it's one of the best examples of all time, not only of the high school experience, somewhat, of course, the high school ditching experience, the relationship between a teacher or a principal and a high school student, yes, but it's one of the greatest examples of mixing comedy and drama, because this movie knows when to be funny and it knows when to not be so funny, especially with the Cameron character. You know, Ferris Bueller, he is a person we want to be. Maybe Cameron is the person that I was in high school. I didn't have the family life that he had, but I was very insecure. I didn't know what I wanted. I let people beat me down in high school and the whole school experience. So I can relate to Cameron the most in this movie. I think most people can relate to Cameron. I don't know if Ferris Bueller's a real person in real life, something like that is just especially at that age in high school, being so positive and full of life and not taking it so seriously, because a lot of people in high school, we take it so damn seriously every day. I mean, I thought I'd never get out alive. So this movie just means a lot to me. Of course, I saw it before I was a teenager, but it just gets better as the years go by. And now that I'm a 38-year-old adult, I love all the humor in the film, but what really resonates with me is the drama. And of course, this movie relies more on outrageous jokes, outrageous characters, outrageous situations. But this time watching it, I really focused on what was going on in Cameron's mind and how he was kind of dealing with this whole situation, as he's really put out of his element. He has the best friend a friend could ever have. But he's never been put in a situation where he's really got a chance to enjoy his surroundings. I really love the scene where the movie kind of takes a break from all the comedy, and they're in the museum, and they're appreciating arts and history. And I love how just intimate and quiet that scene is before we get back to the outrageous comedy. Matthew Broderick, this is probably the best stuff he's ever done in his life, and you can say that probably for the entire cast. John Hughes, I feel like this is just one of many masterpieces that he has done, that he did in his career. But I really love Jeffrey Jones as Principal Rooney. Just sometimes he's not saying anything at all, and just how he acts with his face, it's just an incredible performance. I also want to talk about the use of music and sound effects in this movie. The use of music and sound effects is probably, at the time in 1986, I don't know if movies were doing that. I think more movies do that today, especially when they're trying to get comedy to come across. But I think something was special for that time. And looking back and watching it again, noticing all the interesting sound effects, whether it's dialogue or just sounds or pieces of music. There's all kinds of music in this movie. And I want to commend the sound design on this movie. It's just incredible. Not only is your mind capturing all the comedy, but your ears are just capturing all the nuance of all these different sounds, a way to convey a scene through sound. That is just pretty damn incredible. And this is a film that I think not only is one of the greatest 80s movies and the greatest high school movies and the greatest adventures, but it's also one of the greatest movies to break the fourth wall. Now, if you've seen Deadpool, I'm going to spoil something right now if you haven't stayed till the end, or you haven't seen Deadpool yet. At the end of Deadpool, there's an extra scene. It's a Marvel movie, not a Disney Marvel movie, but it's a Marvel movie, and at the end, there's an extra scene where Deadpool comes out, and it's the ending of, it's a parody of the ending of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. When I saw that in the theater just a few months ago, I nearly lost it. I should have expected it, because Deadpool is a movie that relies a lot on breaking the fourth wall, and so does Ferris Bueller, so it's perfect that they both have now the same kind of ending. And that's one thing I really like about this movie, is that Ferris Bueller is talking to us, the audience. And sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes that kind of takes away from the movie. It worked in Deadpool. Of course it works in this one. But I think this is one of the greatest movies to break the fourth wall consistently throughout the movie. Wonderful chemistry, wonderful film, great experience to see this again in the theater. I love this movie so much. In the comment box below, please share your thoughts, your feelings about this film. We're celebrating the 30th anniversary. I'm looking forward to celebrating this in the 60th, and hopefully I'm around in the 90th anniversary of this film, because it's a timeless movie. It's a movie that's gonna be remembered forever, and something that's gonna stay close to my heart for my entire life and beyond. All right, everyone, there are my thoughts and feelings of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 1986. Thank you again for your time, your energy, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites.
And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.